What's going on, y'all? It's JD Piquel. Today on CFB with JD, we're going to talk about all of the New Year's 6 bowl games, -2, so a New Year's 4, if you will, including bowl season extraordinaire, Jake Olson. Welcome into CFB with JD, the People's Channel for every single thing you know and love college football related. It happens on this channel. It happens nearly every single day, all thanks to Armstrong Sims and Jack McKenzie and you, because you drive the show. Now, it is bowl season. It is the most glorious time of the year. So naturally, we had to outsource and get an extra set of hands to help us carry the load. And who else is better than a man who's played in some bowl games himself, Jake Olson. Jake, how are you doing, my man?
Thanks for bringing me in, JD. Hey, first Division I completely blind football player, played in the Rose Bowl and Cotton Bowl. I know the Cotton Bowl is not a bowl that's a New Year's 6 bowl this year per se, but two of those games definitely gave me some insight, JD. Even though I don't have my sight, I have insight on these bowl games still. Got my bowl degree at USC, so let's go.
I absolutely love it. Some people have called you Dr. Jake Bolson, is kind of a name that's been thrown around. I don't want to beat a dead horse, but I just wanted to intro that because you have picked games on College Game Day with Lee Corso, and you actually outpicked him. Is that right?
That's what the rumors say, and there might be even some YouTube video to prove it.
Sounds like something that people should take a second look at. Let's just get into it. The Lord made fast food. He didn't make all the fast foods equally. He made Chick-Fil-A far superior. And to make matters even better, Chick-Fil-A has their own bowl game. The Chick-Fil-A Peach Bowl. It's got number 10 Michigan State. It's got number 12 Pitt. Michigan State's favored by 1.5. I think you and I may differ on our opinion here, but tell me what your thoughts are on this game, Jake.
We may differ on who's going to win the game. We do not differ on your first fact, which was Chick-fil-A is absolutely the chicken that you want. So Michigan State has looked good, has looked bad, depending on the game or when you're watching them during a game. But everyone's playing in this, including Kenneth Walker, JD. I think he is a difference maker for this Michigan State offense and defense. I know the defense does not look good all the time, but if you can run the ball, keep possession, let that defense rest, not put all the weight and the responsibility on that defense to win you the game. I think that's why Walker's the key to this game. He's playing, he's a green lighting, so give me Michigan State.
Kenneth Walker, 1,000% the key to this game. If he can get rolling, if they can allow him to run for 150, 200 yards in this game, it's going to be a long day for Pitt. The thing that I'm also looking at for Michigan State, they have arguably, Jake, the worst secondary in the country. On the other side of the field, you got a Heisman candidate in Kenny Pickett. He's not going to win the thing. It's going to go to Bryce Young. By the time this video's out, you probably already know that. But Kenny Pickett is going to have a field day with this Michigan State defense. I think Kenny Pickett's going to feel disrespected. I think that Pitt's actually going to win this football game. No, $9.5 million man, Mel Tucker, doesn't matter. I think Pitt wins this game outright. It's just my 2 cents.
I don't blame you there, JD. I think you're absolutely correct.
All right. Well, I love it. This is off to a hot start then. Jake, how do you feel about PlayStation or Fiestas?
Well, I've only owned a GameCube in my life, but I do understand why the PlayStation is the premier console.
And to quote Waka Flocka, it's a fiesta, it's a fiesta, it's a fiesta. This is the Where'd My Coach Go Bowl. We got Notre Dame, who is without Brian Kelly, and you have Oklahoma State, who's without Jim Knowles, their defensive coordinator. Notre Dame's favored by 2. I have this down as a best bet. What are we thinking here with this game?
It's a very interesting game for those reasons, like you said. However, Notre Dame, with the quick trigger on Marcus Freeman, he is a player's coach. I think they absolutely are going to be playing for him. They'll be fired up. As you mentioned early when we were talking about this game, 2 individuals sitting out are not going to be the difference makers. I think Notre Dame shows up. I think they play for their new coach. I think they bring a ferocity in that defense, especially with Freeman moving on up. I really like Notre Dame in this game.
You mentioned it. No captains 2 captains are not going to be in it. Kyron Williams, Kyle Hamilton. don't think it matters. When Brian Kelly left, that rubbed a lot of these players the wrong way. It's hard to blame them. I think Marcus Freeman's going to rally the troops. They're going to get rolling. This defense is going to get after Spencer Sanders of Oklahoma State. He showed his true colors in that Big 12 championship, Jake. He threw 4 interceptions. I don't think Oklahoma State's going to have the firepower to be able to get up off the mat and take its best swing at Notre Dame. Give me the Irish. Give me them -2. I love them, and it's a Fiesta down there in South Bend when they get back. I'll tell you that. This is a game that you like a lot.
And like Pitbull says, JD, no para la fiesta. Don't stop the party. Let's keep going.
You're bowlingual. You speak Spanish. You speak English. You speak bowls. This is a treat for us, man. I appreciate you coming on. This is a game that you played in, the Rose Bowl game. The granddaddy of them all is what some are calling it. Actually, it's what everybody calls it. What do you like here?
Yeah, and this is going to be my favorite game this bowl season, JD. Utah peaking at the right moment. Whittingham has this team firing on all cylinders. He is absolutely going to take this opportunity. Utah, who has joined the Pac-12, JD?
Yes.
Okay, let's make sure you can still hear me.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm here. I'm locked, baby.
Gotcha. So, Utah, who joined the Pac-12 close to 10 years ago, on top of my head, this is their chance to really make themselves a name in the Pac-12 now. You got the Rose Bowl, the granddaddy of them all. You have a chance to beat Ohio State. I know Ohio State already lost to a Pac-12 team this year. I can't wait to see Utah show up to this game. Again, Whittingham is going to have them peaked and primed to beat Ohio State, and that's exactly what Utah is going to do.
It's going to be a good one. I mean, it is going to be an absolute dogfight down there in the Rose Bowl. Comes down to who controls the line of scrimmage. We saw Ohio State early in the year. They got run all over the place by Oregon. Oregon did whatever they wanted with them against the power, against the inside zone. Like, there was nothing Ohio State could do against that run game. Will it be the same story against Utah? Remains to be seen. What I do think is interesting to look at, all the weapons Ohio State has. I think they've matured a lot since that loss. They didn't look great against Michigan, but the weather's going to be a lot better in Pasadena than it was in Michigan that day. So I like Ohio State. I'm going to take Ohio State to cover the 6 because I think C.J. Stroud and that trio of receivers get it rolling. Who sits out of that game is going to be interesting. If they have someone like Chris Olave sit out, could change the narrative for me just a little bit, but nonetheless, I like Ohio State. I like Ohio State to win by 6. Now we got All-State. Are you in good hands, Jake?
Well, I'm in good hands. I don't know about you after that pick.
Yeah, we're going to find out. My New Year's is going to start, whether it be on a high note or a low note. It's going to depend on that game. But nonetheless, we got this one to finish it out, so it could revive my New Year's depending on how this game goes. You got Baylor, the number 7 ranked team in the country, and you got the Ole Miss Hotty Toddy Rebels with Lane Kiffin and company. This is going to be in New Orleans. Baylor is favored by 1.5. What's your take here, big dog?
Well, as much as I love Lane Kiffin, like I said, I follow this guy on Twitter. He's always tweeting out these Baylor stats against SEC teams. I got to go with that knowledge, JD. It's part of being a bowl expert. You listen to the experts where you may not be, and I'm going to listen to the voices, the troops on the ground I have in Waco, and go with the Baylor Bears.
I love it, Jake. That is a great pick by you. Playing a little bit of inside baseball there. For those of you that want to be a part of the inside joke there, I have tweeted out routinely at JD Pickell if you'd like to follow me. I don't have a blue check like Jake, but I still think it's a relatively good follow depending on what you like. Baylor has beaten Oklahoma. They've beaten Texas, both teams that will be leaving for the SEC. So by my math, they're 2-0 in the SEC. They got one of the best records in the country in the SEC. They're going to play Ole Miss, another SEC team, a chance to move to 3-0. Ole Miss just lost their offensive coordinator. Jeff Lebby, he's out of there. He's going to Oklahoma to call the shots in Norman. Baylor's tough, man. Baylor just plays a really tough brand of football. Mm-hmm. They have that RVO, reliably violent offense. I just think they're going to have too much for Ole Miss on that day. I don't know how excited Ole Miss is to even be in this game. We'll see who plays for Baylor at quarterback, but I like Baylor. I like them to cover the 1.5. So depending on how that game goes, Jake, that'll really dictate my New Year's.
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to seeing all those tweets come out during that game.
Oh man, I mean, it's if they win and they go 3-0, you can guarantee there will be a 3-0 in the SEC Baylor kind of tweet coming from yours truly, Jake. This is the best time of year, isn't it? I mean, we got the college football playoff is on deck for us next. We're going to talk about that in our next video as we talk about every single bowl game on this channel. So if you haven't yet, go and check those out because Jake is dropping some knowledge. Jake, appreciate you so much for coming on, my man.
Let's keep it rolling.
Let's keep it rolling, baby.
No para la fiesta, baby.
Like Pitbull says, been there, done that. Let's go. We'll keep the party rolling. We will see y'all next time.